Most guys mess up their 80-20 side part without even realizing it. They go to the barber, ask for a side part, and walk out with something that looks nothing like they imagined. Today I'm gonna show you how to get the 80-20 side part the right way. And trust me, once you get this cut, you will never go back. So let's start with what exactly is the 80-20 side part. The 80-20 side part is a hairstyle where 80% of your hair is brushed or styled to one side and 20% is on the other. It is like a sharp side part but more dramatic and with clean definition. It gives you a bold and modern look while still keeping some classic vibes. One side, the 80 side, has more volume and length. The other side, the 20 side, is usually faded, tapered, or trimmed short and clean. The top is left longer, so it can be styled with volume. The sides and back can be low fade, mid fade, high fade, or even a classic taper depending on your style and situation. The main goal is contrast. You want a visible difference between both sides of your head, not just in length, but in how the hair sits. Now, before getting into the actual process, let's talk about the ideal length for the 80-20 side part. If you're aiming for volume and natural movement in your 80-20 side part, keep the front section of your hair about 4 to 5 inches long. This gives you enough length to lift the hair with a blow dryer or sweep it smoothly to the side. The middle section, which runs along the top of your head, should be trimmed to around 3 to 3.5 inches. This allows the hair to transition evenly from front to back without looking too heavy or flat. Toward the back, near the crown, you can go slightly shorter, around 2.5 inches, to create a supple slope that supports the overall flow of the style. These lengths work together to give the top structure, shape, and movement while making it easy to style with volume and direction toward the 80% side. Now let's get into the actual haircut. First, you need to figure out which side of your head will be the 80% side. You can do this by combing your damp hair straight back and seeing which side your hair naturally wants to fall to. That's probably your dominant side and the better choice for your deep part. Once you've figured that out, use a tail comb to create a clean diagonal line starting from just above your temple. This is going to be your parting line, and it needs to be sharp. Some people even ask their barber to trim in a parting line with clippers or a straight razor for a really bold look. After you've made the part, you will want to section the hair. Comb the longer top section, that's your 80%. Now that you know which is your 80 section and which is 20 section, it is time to visit the barber for the haircut. Once you're in the barber chair, show the barber your reference pictures from different angles. Firstly, your barber is going to dampen your hair and start working on the shorter 20% side and the back of your head first. These areas will be faded or tapered, depending on your personal preference. If you're going for a low fade, they'll start near the ear and gradually blend up using clipper guards from shortest to longer. For example, starting with a 0 or 1 and blending into a 2 or 3 near the temple. For a mid fade, they would start around the middle of the sides and go up from there. High fades start near the upper sides of your head and blend into the top section more quickly. It all depends on how bold or subtle you want the contrast to be. Once the sides are faded, they'll move to the back of the head. Your barber will use the same fade method to keep it even, and they'll make sure everything is blended well, especially near the neck and around the ears. Now it is time to focus on the top. Your barber will lightly dampen your hair again and comb it to the 80% side. Now, decide how much length you want to keep. If you're aiming for volume and movement, keep the front around 4 to 5 inches. The middle section should be around 3 to 3.5 inches, and the back can gradually go shorter to around 2.5 inches. This creates a nice shape that naturally flows to the side. Now the barber will use scissors to cut the top little by little, using vertical cutting motions for a textured, softer finish. If you prefer a more polished look, ask for horizontal cutting. The next step is blending the longer top with the shorter 20% side. This part needs attention because you want a smooth transition without any harsh lines. Ask the barber to use blending shears or do a scissor over comb along the parting line and slowly blend down from the longer hair to the shorter side. You're not looking for a fade here, just a clean step that looks natural but still has contrast. Once that's done, it is time to clean everything up. Ask the barber to use a trimmer or edger to sharpen the neckline, around the ears, and any other areas that need defining. You can also ask to define the parting line even more if you want that bold look. And you're done. Now comes the styling. After towel drying your hair, blow dry it while combing or brushing brushing it to the 80% side. Use a round brush to add volume or a comb for a sleeker finish. When your hair is dry, apply a bit of product. For a matte finish with some texture, use clay or matte pomade. For a shiny slick finish, use pomade or wax. If you want volume and lift, use a little mousse or sea salt spray before blow drying. You can finish it off with some light hairspray if you need extra hold during the day. Once the haircut is done, you'll want to keep it maintained. If you choose faded sides and a sharp part line, I'd recommend you to go back to the barber every 2 to 3 weeks to keep it clean. The top can be trimmed every 4 to 6 weeks depending on how fast your hair grows. After each wash, part your hair with the same way and style it while it is damp. That helps your hair to get used to the shape and keeps it looking clean throughout the day. This style really stands out when it is maintained well. The deep parting line is the key detail that pulls everything together. If you want it to always look clean, consider asking your barber to trim the line every time you go in. That one step makes a huge difference in keeping the cut sharp. Now, it is important to know if this haircut is actually right for you. The 80-20 side part looks best on certain face shapes. If you have an oval face, this style is perfect because it balances everything out naturally. People with square faces will also benefit from the sharp angles of the haircut, which highlight their jawline and give the whole look a strong presence. If your face is shaped more like a diamond, this haircut helps soften the cheekbones and draws attention upward. It also works for round faces, but it is important to keep the sides very tight and the parts super clean so your face doesn't look too wide or round. If you have a long or oblong face, an 80-20 side part might not be the best choice for you. It can make your face look even longer, especially if you add too much volume on top. You can still wear it, but keep the top length shorter and avoid tall pompadour-like volume. When it comes to the hair type, the 80-20 side part works really well with straight hair because the parting line looks neat and polished. Slightly wavy hair can give you a more natural and laid-back version of the style, which still looks great. If you have thick hair, that's even better. Thick hair holds volume well and helps create the full dense look on the 80% side. But if you have curly or thin hair, you need to put in extra effort to rock it. If you have curly hair, you can use a blow dryer, round brush, or even a straightener to get the smooth side swept look you need for the 80-20 cut. If your hair is really thin, it might be a little harder to make this style work because it relies on contrast and volume. But keeping the sides extra tight and using volume boosting products can still give you a nice version of the look. And that's it. If you are a beginner and want to go from finding your perfect hairstyle to actually rocking it, I've made a full hairstyle transformation series on this, where you can get 8 videos explaining every detail. Check this out.